All right, everybody, here we are. Good afternoon. I am here with the water nerd, Marie, my good friend. So I want to talk today real quick about hydration and why is that an important micro habit when it comes to our overall health. So if you know anything about our overall health, we take a huge snapshot of what we do. And first of all, Marie, thank you so much for being here with us today. You've got a lot of knowledge to share with us when it comes to hydration. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. So
be here.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. But when it comes to our total health and our overall health, we talk about certain micro habits that we have. We got micro habits. We've got our healthy mindset. We've got our healthy surroundings. We've got our healthy eating. We've got healthy sleep, which is a huge one that a lot of people really don't take into account. And then another one that's very underrated is hydration. And hydration is one of the hugest things that we think, yeah, we drink some water, we drink some fluids, we're okay. But it goes so much deeper than that. So that's why today I brought in our expert when it comes to water and when it comes to our hydration and our fluids. And we've got Marie here today to explain to us about water and why that is so important to our health. So Marie, can you kind of give a little bit of background about yourself, what your expertise is, and then kind of we'll go from there.
Absolutely. So my name is Marie Gardiner. I am known as Marie the Water Nerd, but technically I'm a health and hydration coach. So I have a background in molecular hydrogen. I'm an advisor / consultant in molecular hydrogen, and I have fallen down the rabbit hole of science, and I came up Marie the Water Nerd. I work online and I work offline. I'm teaching people about water generally, and I hate to use the harsh words, but I'm trying to stop bottled water. I'm trying to show everybody that bottled water is literally poisoning them and their families, and they are actually paying for it. So that's kind of what I'd like to go into here today with our talk. I used to, before I wasn't born a water nerd, before I did this, I actually used to be a marketing executive and a sales trainer in retail automotive, or the car business. So I would travel around to dealerships. Sometimes I'd be on the road for like 4 weeks out of the month. Like, no lie, I was working 12-hour days, 6 days a week. I'd have a day off to drive to the next dealership, sort of idea. Really stressed out, living a really unhealthy life. I was drinking any water that was around. So reverse osmosis, filtered water, bottled water. I was doing my best to eat healthy, but I'm having to eat out of a window at least once a day usually. It was just a really unhealthy lifestyle. And eventually I got sick and I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. So basically, without going into too much detail, I got really bad digestive problems. It started with just like some pain and cramping and like, oh, can't eat a large pizza anymore because I'm 40 sort of thing, right? And it ended up going into like, I couldn't even eat salad, Josh. I couldn't eat soup without ending up in tears. I'm not even exaggerating. I would cry. And it got to the point that it was either starve or pain. I only had the two choices. So it turned out that I actually had the early stages of colitis showing up. Yeah, and I had really severe IBS, which was getting worse as I got older. Like this goes back to when I was just turning 40. Yeah. And it was just like getting worse and worse. It was crazy. So essentially, right around that time with the whole doctor's office, like I never go to doctors. I've always been like that healthy person. Like I don't even know who my doctor is really. But I had no. Yeah. And they wanted prescriptions, and that was their thing was here's your pill. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think this is the pill situation. And I had to kind of have a look at my life. have a look at what I had done, which was I succeeded in all conventional standards. I succeeded. I was a six-figure earner. I was, top of my game, but it made me sick. So I started looking at natural solutions for it. And that's when I actually ended up looking at antioxidants, because I found out that everything I was dealing with was oxidative stress. Like colitis, Crohn's, 100%. If anybody out there's got Crohn's, that is oxidative related. Diabetes is oxidative related, which I was towing on the line of that. All of our aches, our pains, our brain fog, our memory loss, all of that, as we get older, all the things that's, just getting older, that's actually oxidative stress and damage. And you can either do it fast or you can do it slow. So I switched to antioxidant water, and now I help other people do the same.
Wow, that's amazing. That is incredible when you can pinpoint kind of something that's going on with you to what's going on. Like, let's pinpoint a specific cause. So I got a couple questions for you. And this is the whole point of this whole interview. Like, I want to ask questions of what is going on? What are we going to do? Like you said, your mission is to rid the world of bottled water, right? And with that is going to come the rid of the wrong kind of waters. Proper hydration. There it is.
Look at this.
That is your, if I know something from you, that is your biggest enemy.
Look at this. They're not even hiding it anymore.
There it is. Liquid death.
Antioxidant on it.
There it is.
It's lies.
All lies. And we don't realize it. We think because they're selling it in the stores, there it is, and it's good for us. So tell me a little bit about why fluids are important to our overall health when it comes to water. Why is it so important to us, though?
Well, it's such common knowledge. You hear people say it all the time. Like that joke about we're basically cucumbers with anxiety. We are water. Like our bodies are literally made up of a small amount of carbon and mostly water. Like say our brains, our hearts are 73% water. Our blood plasma is 90% water. So my question for everybody is, what kind of water are you made of? Like this is plastic, chemical water. The plastic in this is going directly into your blood, going directly into your heart. That's why this stuff has all been linked to a lot of serious diseases, is because you're drinking chemicals and plastic. Like the whole point for me and my business and what I'm always telling the world is drink quality water. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's not something people think of. They just think of water. Water's good. And water. We drink water and we're good. But we don't think about the quality water we're drinking of. So tell me something though, when it comes to fluids, hydration, what are some of the things that we can, some of the signs, maybe symptoms, whatever it is, what can we kind of look towards when it comes to proper hydration? Because overall health, we really need to be properly hydrated. What are some of the signs for us to say, hey, I'm properly hydrated? Like I'm drinking enough water. What do you say when it comes to that?
For me personally, it's generally my attitude is one of the first things to go. When I start thinking negative, when I start being mean to myself, when I start thinking everything sucks, I used to, I'm 44 years old now, and I've always been happier with a glass of water than I was without that glass of water. Always. Now I just drink the right water. Another thing that, like, as we age, you're going to see weight gain. That is linked to bottled water and to chlorinated tap water. You're going to see memory fog, not being able to remember people's names, not being able to remember, why you entered a room, all that stuff, right? The aches and the pains that come along with aging. Like that's one thing that, as we all work in this health and wellness industry, we have to remember that old people hurt.
Yeah.
Like we're always pushing to
Yeah.
do that last sit up and do that last squat or whatever, but it is painful. And oxidative stress and damage is literally painful. And then what happens is as you collect more, so you get a little bit of oxidative stress, you forget your kid's name or you can't do a sit up, right? So now you just keep collecting that like I was doing. And all of a sudden your aches and pains become a doctor's appointment. And that doctor's appointment, I proved it in my story, becomes a prescription.
Yeah.
So we're just collecting this, right?
Wow.
That's what I'm out to try to help people, is to realize that this is an oxidant. Like that's the thing with water, is it can either be an antioxidant or it can be an oxidant. And these guys are not lying. Like this, have you heard about PFAs and PFOS and all this?
No, tell me.
Water nerdy, because that's my thing, right?
You.
Number one, this stuff is called liquid death,
Yeah.
which is crazy because it was recently exposed that carbonated water and naturally spring water in bottles is full of what's called PFAS and PFOS, which is a petrochemical that's being leached out of the plastic. Even in cans, there's plastic in here. It's being leached out. Now, what happens is your body can't detox it. So every bit of PFAS and PFOS that you've ever ingested, me too, is all still in there. And it is a known carcinogenic. It's been linked to infertility. It's been linked to diabetes type 2. It's even been linked to cardiovascular disease. This is a chemical and it is in liquid death. So talk about truth in marketing.
Like you said, they're not even hiding it anymore. This is just straight up.
Have you heard about BPA? BPA free?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have heard BPA and BPA free.
You know it's a scam?
BPA is bad for you. So
well,
that's all we
BPA,
know.
So listen to this. So this is a BPA free bottle. Thanks, Coca-Cola. I'm sure that'll look great in a seal's mouth. But anyway, BPA free. There are 26 bisphenols. BP stands for bisphenol. So BPA free is BPA, one of those is not in this bottle. BPA, the other 25 are still in this bottle and they all do the same thing. So what they do is they disrupt your hormonal balance. That's why BPA has been directly linked to breast cancer and prostate cancer. Now, what I'm exposing is BPA or BPF and BPS still in this bottle has the exact same mechanism in the body. So don't fall for the BPA free marketing scam. Drink out of glass and drink water from your house. Don't carry water around and buy it and all that jazz. Drink from glass, but BPA free is not safe. No.
So even though you buy the water that says alkaline, the bottle that says spring water, the bottle that says this and that, it's still not the great water for you. It doesn't do you much good.
Well, check this out, not to keep going to this, but this is smart water antioxidant. So in Canada, we don't get those fake alkaline waters like Essentia or whatever it's called, those ones that you guys get. But I did some water nerding and I cross-referenced the ingredients list. Let's put this away. The ingredients list with Essentia. It's the same ingredients list, which is 4 different salts and some sodium bicarbonate. There is I don't know if you can see this. There is a warning under here in about 10 point. It says, do not give it to children. Straight up. And you guys aren't getting this in the States.
What?
I took this to TikTok and I said, there's a warning on the back of this bottle in 10-point font that says, don't give it to children. And I had a lot of United States people say, I've got the same bottle. It doesn't say that on mine. And that was an aha moment that you guys aren't getting the same warnings we're getting, that this stuff is dangerous for children, for you, for everyone.
Because children are dangerous in Canada than they are in California. It's a different children. Children are different.
You guys are tougher.
They're not built the same. Apparently. Not the same kind of kid.
No, way tougher. You can handle 5 different salts or 4 different salts and sodium bicarbonate. Now, this water has actually been linked, this Essentia, any of the fake alkaline water, has actually been linked to negatively affecting your blood pH. So your blood is supposed to be a 7.36, but if you drink enough salt and sodium bicarbonate, say I was drinking, like, what are we going to drink? This is what, a liter? I drink 4 liters a day. Now, if I do that, it's going to actually raise my blood pH and cause a whole bunch of problems. This stuff is dangerous, not to mention the chemicals.
Wow.
Yeah.
We trust that they sell it to us. So we trust that it's okay. We trust that it's FDA approved. We trust that it's okay.
But the thing is it's not FDA approved. Food and drug, water's neither. So the FDA, these companies fly unregulated under the FDA because they're not food, they're not drugs. You know about the bottled water companies, our tap water is tested to be safe, probably between 4 and 7 times a day. Bottled water is tested possibly once a year, and usually that's if somebody got sick. So I don't know why we trust these companies. They are evil corporations. Turn around and ask your Google how many babies has Nestle killed. That'll knock your socks off. Like, we're supporting bad business is what we're doing when we're buying this stuff.
Apparently. So well, that's all right. Doom and gloom. Nestle's killing babies. But all right. So
but it is. I mean, this has to be known because these companies are getting away with it. And I know it sucks that I am kind of gloomy. I don't know. I'm Irish. It runs in our blood. But I'm here to show people that this is why they're sick. Like, 1 in 7 of us are going to get cancer. 1 in 4 of us are going to die of cardiovascular disease. All of these bottles are linked to cancer and cardiovascular disease. Like, it doesn't take a water nerd to put that 2 and 2 together and find out that this stuff is making us sick.
Wow, that is startling news. I really had no idea. But so it really does make a difference what kind of water we're drinking. We just can't just drink some tap water or go buy some Dasani or Essentia or whatever and think 64 ounces a day, we're good to go. Like, it really does matter. So, but what I want to know, and how are we going to properly hydrate ourselves? What we just kind of talked about a little bit of what are the types of water that are bad for us, some of the types of water that are going to bring disease, or not so much bring disease, but not be as healthy as we think they are. But let's go into some of the good. What is some of the good? What kind of water can we look out for that is the good stuff? Let's go for that. So tell me a little bit about that.
And like, don't mince words. This stuff is causing disease. Like, that's straight up. So now, when I was sick, I realized that was one of my problems. A couple of things is it's all about gut health. And I know you talk a lot about gut health as well. When we mentioned tap water, which I mean is at least, basically free and it's tested, it's safe. Chlorine kills your gut flora immediately. Like, if you're drinking chlorinated water, I mean, look, you just have to take what we know and take it one step further. That's all I do. I'm really not that smart. I just take it one step further, right? Is chlorine kills all the bacteria in my food, in my water. Well, what does it do in my gut? So when we talk about gut health, that's something that is majorly important. Now, what I'm using, do I have it near me? Hold on, I'm just going to get up for a second. So I actually work with ERW. It's electro-reduced water. It's also known scientifically as separated water or ionized water or hydrogen water. So what happens with that is I'm actually teaching people how to clean their tap water. Yeah, so no more dragging this big bottles of water home. You just make your own clean water out of your tap water. Right? Okay. So what we do is we run a pre-filter, awesome pre-filter that takes out everything. VOCs, volatile organic compound, takes out arsenic. A lot of people don't realize what's in their tap water. I did a search in Florida for one of my clients because she was curious about what was in her tap water because that's what she was drinking. It was 504 times the recommended amount of arsenic. What?
Say that again.
Times. If you're ever looking, go to ewg.org. You can put in your zip code and you can find out what's in your tap water. I had another guy, he was feeding this water to his children, three young children under the age of 6, I think they were. When we looked, he had eight different chemicals in his water, over 20 times the health limit, that were carcinogenic.
Wow.
So we clean the water, going back into the solution. Josh, don't stay with me, because I promise you there is a solution. And that's why that's another reason I'm being a water nerd, is because I'm so excited about it, right?
Solutions
So
are the
we're
key.
gonna clean it. So we're going to filter the tap water. Then what we're going to do is run it through a kitchen appliance. It's called a water ionizer. I work with Kangen or Enagic's water ionizers because they're the best. They just last the longest and they're expensive. So I want one that's going to last a long time. So we run it through an ionizer, and what it'll actually do is it'll separate your tap water. It'll filter it again and shock it with electricity. When water gets shocked with electricity, it moves into positive and negative. It separates from positive water to negative water, negatively charged, I should say. And then it'll actually shoot 2 streams of water out the machine. So we drink the negatively charged water. That's got ionized calcium, ionized magnesium, potassium. It's got a little bit of sodium still, which is your electrolytes. So you don't need to be drinking Gatorade for electrolytes.
That was going to be a question of mine, but go
Yes,
ahead.
it was.
Thank you for answering before I even asked.
No, ionized water is, if there's sodium in your origin water, it will be drawn to the negatively charged water, the water that we drink. If there's sulfate, nitrate, fluoride, all sorts of nasty stuff, unbelievably, it's actually a positively charged molecule. So it gets drawn out of the drinking water, and we use that for cleaning. So like, it is the cleanest water. It's been separated where all of the good stuff is in your water, and all of the bad stuff that you don't want to drink is either in the filter or in your cleaning bottle, which is pretty cool. We use all of the water. We clean with it. Like, I haven't bought a chemical cleaner in over 2.5 years. Yeah, and this stuff is better than any cleaner you'll ever buy. It's called hypochlorous acid. I don't know if you've ever seen me talk about it, but it's a medical grade cleaner. It's great for hand sanitizer for little ones, because I know you have some little ones and a lot of people out there. It kills me to watch kids being covered in alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Those, DM me. I can show you 50 that those are causing cancer.
Yeah.
Those alcohols to hand sanitizers, there's been so many recalls on them. This stuff you can spray all over your kid, and your little petri dish of love is all cleaned up.
All clean.
So, yeah, there's just new technology, you know, and I think we all have to kind of have a look at that, because it's antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's anti-disease, it's even anti-aging. I mean, this is no filter and really very little makeup, a little powder on my nose. I'm 44 years old. I have reversed. I'm telling you, when I was a car person, I was gray. Like, I looked awful. Like, I had lines, I had no color in my face, I had no energy, I was just miserable and gray. And I changed my water, and within 2 weeks of me changing my water, the pain in my stomach went away, and I started getting more energetic, my brain started working better. It's just, yeah, quality water really does matter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a few coaches of mine, health coaches, friends of mine that we've actually talked, and they've been on the same kick where they understand that ionized water, or what was the other term you used?
ERW, electric water.
ERW. Yeah.
Electric works.
How the benefits of it and how incredible it is, and you instantly just start feeling better. So we can fill ourselves with 64 ounces of water and be, properly hydrated, what the,
to a point, yeah,
recommend. But if you're drinking the wrong kind of water, if you're going with, everything that Marie is talking about, everything you're saying, like, this is bad for you, you're really not going to get the benefits of it or from it. Like, we need the right kind of water. So I really appreciate everything. So, you know what, Marie, when it comes to hydration, when it comes to the type of water we're drinking, no doubt in my mind does it make a difference. Like, I've seen all the posts, I've heard from other people, I've read the articles, and it really does make a difference. So we can't just accept whatever it is that is being thrown at us, right? Bottled water, all that stuff. Just because it's cheap bottled water, it's bad for us. It's not good. We need to pay more attention. We need to make the right choices. And when it comes to our health, choices are what matters. So give me some final tips when it comes to hydration and when it comes to people that are just looking for health. Hydration, final tips. Give me 3, go.
Ooh. Okay, you did unwarm me. Okay,
Boom,
so
go.
one thing I would like to mention as a leading comment is if you are drinking plastic water, there was a recent study that shows that people that drink bottled water eat up to and above a credit size card amount of plastic in a month. So how many credit cards can you fit in your kidneys? Because your kidneys can't filter it out. Exactly, but it's in there.
0.
And it's carcinogenic, right? So drink the right water. Like, one thing that I wanted to mention is do your research. If you're questioning anything I've said here today, do research on bisphenols, 26 bisphenols. Do the research on PFAS. Find out what's in that water. Look beyond and take control of your water. That's part of taking control of your health, is taking control of your water. This is getting more and more serious every day, every month of 2021. It started trading as a commodity this year, which means that water prices, even though that cheap bottle of water is affordable right now, maybe in 5-10 years, that's not going to be the case. Eventually, what we're going to see in this world, and I hate to, again, I'm doom and gloom, I'm so sorry, I'm kind of an emo water nerd, but what we are going to see in this world eventually is the people that have the money drink the clean water, and the people that don't have the money don't get clean water. That is what they're designing with the water commodity and with trading on the open market. They're selling our water resources to Coca-Cola, to Pepsi, to Nestle. And it's time for us to stand up and stop it. Because if they keep selling our resources, we are not going to have what we need and what our kids need and what our grandchildren need, which is clean water, clean, free water.
Okay. Got it. That's, can I say you're passionate about your water?
I am.
And I've known that, and that's why I wanted to have her on here with everybody, is just to kind of explain to everybody that, you know, I love it if you're taking steps to drink your water, but we need to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on, because we can't just trust that everything is okay with what they give us. Everything they give us is not okay.
Not.
Give it, and whatever you want to say, whatever political leanings you want to say, why they want to give us a certain amount of water, go ahead. But the data, the science, your health says another thing. Okay.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to the right kind of water, we need to start drinking the right kind. All right. And if everybody wants to know a little bit more about the ionized water, or the, say it again, Marie?
ERW, electro-reduced water.
Electro-reduced water. Again, I've heard other fellow health coaches talk about the benefits of ERW water, ionized water, where it separates and where it just really, the benefits come through. It's so important. So everybody, I just want to say thank you so much, Marie. Thank you for being here with us. If you need more information, I will put a link to her page and you guys can go check it out. But make sure you're paying attention to the kind of water you're drinking. If the ingredients doesn't just say water, if it says other things, or you don't know where the source comes from, or what are the companies? Nestle, Coca-Cola,
Pepsi, Perrier started the whole scam. They started in the 70s and it was a scam. Coca-Cola and Pepsi didn't even get involved for 10 years because they thought Perrier was crazy. People would never buy plain water. And look at us now, it's a $17 billion industry.
God, that's amazing. And what's the markup on water? I've heard you talk about a lot, but there's a markup on bottled water. And I think this will get a lot of people. So what is that? Talk about that real quick.
4,000%. 4,000 time markup, 4,000. So essentially they go, like, look at Flint, Michigan. They are not far, like within an hour's drive, there's a Nestle plant in Michigan that pumps 200 gallons an hour out of Michigan for under $2 for 200 gallons. Nestle, how much do you pay for Nestle? Now what they do is they turn around and they sell that water to the people of Flint, Michigan who can't drink their tap water. Like, this needs to be a global movement. They drained an aquifer in Ontario. They took an aquifer that our Indigenous people, Indigenous people were using. That was their water. Nestle came in, drained the aquifer, and now they're on pumped in water. They can't drink their tap water. They're doing it in Florida, Ginny Springs. Everybody, if there's anybody here that is in Florida or near Ginny Springs, please go down and kick somebody in the leg for me. They are literally draining a national treasure, which is Ginny Springs. Nestle, Florida sold the rights. So blame your politicians. Florida sold the rights to Nestle for nothing. And now Nestle is putting Ginny Springs into a bottle so they can sell it to the people of Florida. It has to stop. You know, my website right now is stopbottledwater.com. That's where I do a lot of teaching with what we're talking about here, but you can also find me at Zap Your Tap, because I work with electric water, or on Facebook at #StopBottledWater. I can't be the only person using that hashtag anymore. It's all me. I'm the only one in the world that sees this, and I need your guys' help to recognize this. And that's why I'm so thankful you had me on here, Josh, because the more people I can talk to, the more I know I can make this make sense. You know, it's just getting out there and having people know what is actually happening in these bottles.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Marie. I appreciate everything today, all the knowledge, everything you poured into us. I just, my hope is for all my clients, everybody looking for health, that they understand that we need to pay attention. We need to make the proper choices when it comes to our health, and whether it's our food that we're putting in our mouth, the water that we're drinking, the surroundings we have, the mindset we have, everything matters. And so the more knowledge we have, the better equipped we are at preserving ourselves. And that's what it all comes down to, is preserving ourselves, preserving our health. So I appreciate everything, Marie. Again, you already gave your links of where you can find her for more information. I appreciate everything, and take care. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye. Drink your water. Bye.